Hello and welcome to Channel Duello. Well, I have an hour deck guide for you guys. Uh, as you all know, Witcher decks are really popular if you're playing NR, and I think that's the best deck if you want to raise your MMR with NR. But it is kind of boring to play the Witchers, and if you also got bored of playing the standard Shieldwall deck with Donimir, Vizigota, and the Duelists, I have an alternative for you. And this is not a Devotion Shieldwall deck, and I think it is less, let's say, stronger than the two I mentioned here, but it could be more fun because you need to think about a lot with role placement and other stuff. So what is this deck about? This is actually kind of a hybrid deck. Since I'm running Shieldwall, I still have Prince Ansei and Seltkirk of Goulet, these two dual brothers. And I wanted to add Ciri Dash because you can really protect Ciri Dash well in Siege Shieldwall leader ability. Because, you know, it's just similar to Carapace, you have the Shieldwall charges. Carapace is just slightly a bit better in protecting. But just like the Caltulus deck, the defender for Northern Realms is pretty good, Donimir, because he has shield on him. So if you're playing on blue coin and if you have access to both Donimir and Ciri Dash, things get easier for you. You can win uneven, even if you're playing on blue coin. And again, you know, if you're playing on red coin, that is also an opportunity, but you need to draw both of these. To make sure that you draw both of these, I have two tutor cards. I'm running both Oneiromancy and Amphibious Assault here. Well, Amphibious Assault is a given for NR decks, so no need to discuss that. Oneiromancy is also pretty good, so you guarantee your draws. I mean, especially you're not guaranteed to draw your Prince Ansei, so you kind of need Oneiromancy for that. Well, you can always draw your Seltkirk either through direct Amphibious Assault or using John Natalis, so it's easier to get a hold of Seltkirk. But this is not the case for Prince Ansei, so that's nice to always guarantee to draw him. Since I'm running a package like that, you know, Oneiromancy and stuff, so I kind of need a strong card to complement this package. You know, if I use, well, I can't use Prince obviously because this is not a devotion deck. If I decide to use Falibor, he could be kind of weak, you know, to fill that high provision spot. And I can use Philippa, but what will I do next? Baron is kind of nice, but still I kind of need more points potential. Since I'm running a defender as well, I thought, you know, why not use the siege scenario here? So I decided to add siege to this deck. Since I'm adding siege, I have to use some siege engines, obviously, in order to trigger the siege, because I need to play at least 2 siege engines to trigger the full scenario. And it would be nice if I have more siege engine on the board, because the last chapter will trigger bombardment, and bombardment's damage increase is related to the number of siege engines on the board you control. So frigate is a great option. This is a siege engine, and this is also a great engine itself, as long as you keep playing soldiers next to it. Not you keep playing, as long as you have a soldier next to it on the left side. And this becomes kind of complicated though, because you need to have both siege engines and both soldiers. So I kind of, you know, mix them. I have some soldiers, Adrenian Maulers, siege support, especially to play with Seltkirk. I have Cadwani Knight, because I'm running both Amphibious Assault and Oneiromancy. A single Cadwani Knight is kind of cool, you know, on a short round. He will be spawned. I mean, if you're playing Amphibious Assault, his power will be 12. Worst case scenario, if you're drawing him with Oneiromancy, he's gonna play as a 7, so not bad for a 4 provision card. And other than that, I have two Radovitz Royal Guards as soldier and a Carrack Cutthroat. I can't use Carrack Marine because I'm not playing Devotion. So these are my soldiers, and I have two Griffin Witchers. And Griffin Witchers is pretty great with Crystal Skull, obviously. So if I don't have access to Ciri Dash in the first round, so playing Griffin Witcher and adding Crystal Skull to him could be really nice. But having both of them is up for debate. You know, you can always reduce them to one. Maybe add one of the what was that move unit's name? I'm thinking about it. That boosts himself. A 5 power unit. That could work as well. So you can, you know, reduce one of the Witchers. Still, it's a pretty good cut. People get really scared of Griffin Witcher and, you know, target them a lot. And anyway, I decided to keep two of them. And I have Peller, you know, to purify some threats, lugs, and other stuff, and also purify opponent's defenders, because I kind of need access to those boosted units, and because, you know, to duel them, I can't duel twice, so I only have two options, so I gotta use them really carefully. So that's why Peller is really important. And what about the siege engines? I have one siege ladder. Moving a unit could be useful, and I have two ballistas. I can't use Caro Ballista because I don't have room, and two frigates. So I have 5 siege engines. So I need to be really careful while playing siege. So I shouldn't be using. I mean, using frigates is fine, and also, I mean, you should be careful to, you know, show that you're playing siege in the first round or second round. So you want to keep that information to yourself. That's why I wouldn't recommend playing ballista ever without siege and siege ladder as well. Well, siege ladder could be used though. Anyhow, and what about the rest? We have Natalis to go for amphibious assault and 2 boiling oils. Boiling oils could always come in handy. So that's about it. The deck is like this, and also I have a spores. There are a lot of boosted units, and I don't have room for Baron, so spores kind of fill that spot, fills that cheat 4 spot. It's especially good against V decks. Like, spores could play for a lot of points, and yeah, that's it. I played about 5 or 6 games with this deck. To be honest with you, I didn't have a lot of success with it, but it's playing great against some decks, and it's a lot of fun to play. And in all of the games, I drew all of my gold cards, because I don't have a lot of gold cards, as you see. This is a really polarized deck. See, I have plenty of 4 provision cards and a few gold cards, and out of those 2 gold cards are tutors. So at the end of the game, you are pretty much guaranteed that you played your Siege, Ciri Dash, Prince Ansei, Donimir, and Selkirk, and Natalis. And Natalis is a tutor as well. So we don't have a lot of points potential, but you know, with Siege you can oppress your opponent into playing their engine, and can win games. Okay, so that's about it, and I'm gonna show you 2 videos, and I hope you enjoy them, and see you at the end of the video. Bye for now. Gotta love the scale again music, yeah, right. Okay. How will I fare against Lippy? Well, good thing is I'm on red coin. It's best to keep these 2 siege engines here, and these two well together. I will not ever need Peller, and Mauler will be Molt. At the same time, I could, you know, need a soldier here, so let's get rid of this, and then things kinda get interesting. Here comes Scout.
Don't you pester me. Crack and eat me girly. Looky here.
Okay, I have to play Donimir. And hopefully he will only use Heatwave. Curse of Corruption is really a cheap choice. If my opponent is playing the snow, what? No Heatwave yet?
What is it?
Okay.
Oh, I sense trouble.
This feels like I'm playing Keltelsteg here. Well, this will definitely draw at my opponent's series. But interestingly, you know, he's filling the melee role. Yep, here comes series.
Step careful there.
I'm gonna play Frigate and keep producing points here. I don't think I'll win uneven, but I can at least get the round control. That's what I'm hoping for here. What? Oh, Knickers were discarded. Was discarded. This is interesting. And what is this? Why would you play Freya's Blessing in this deck? Okay, so this guy could get dangerous. Armored Drakkar. Wow. So I think we'll see a priest. And do I need siege support? Not really. At the same time, yeah, I think this is a
What do you want?
good choice here. Here comes my additional card, Ameromancy. That's great. As expected, priest is coming here. Well, this is not a standard Ciri deck, obviously. I can go for the kill here without using leader ability. My only concern is, yeah, I think I should do that. If I use boiling oil here, that would be stupid. Okay, 35, 32. And my opponent will probably pass. I don't want to use leader ability here. is this guy doing?
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
I think I'll go for Oneiromancy into Amphibious Assault into something. What will be that something? Well, Catwini Knight isn't that bad. He didn't play Heatwave. He didn't play Curse of Corruption. He could have more Quark. That would be an interesting choice, no doubt. But let's do that. I think it's worth playing. Because this guy is huge. Why didn't he use it on Donimir? That interesting. Really interesting. Well, I think I should pass here because my opponent has 2 cards and I have 4 cards and I don't want to play any of these. And this is a good situation. Spores is totally useless here, so is Peller. Well, Spores isn't actually totally useless here, because he's playing Swellblood Priest. I have on your mess though. Okay, so what to do here? This guy or this guy?
No audiences. Who's down today?
I have card advantage, I have the last say. Everything seems good, but probably my siege will be heat waved. This is for Prince. Siege ladder could be useful. Not sure though. Okay, 2 of these is too much. It would have been nice to, draw the NC. Just in case I need spores or something like that. But I can kill the priest with boiling oil. So I think Amphibious Assault into... No, let's start with the Griffin, which would have... Nah. Let's start with this. I can play a soldier next to it. Maybe I should have put it on the melee roll. Roll placement is really important here. Here comes Lippy.
Time for some marauding.
We just got rid of Blue Boy. That won't bother me anymore.
Not without good reason. They call me stern.
You know what? I'm gonna shield wall this. Yeah. I don't want him to kill my only soldier that I can put on the range row. Here comes Scout.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
It's unfortunate that all of my almost all of my opponent's units will go into the melee row. Let's go for Griffin Witcher here.
The wonders of projectiles and ranged weapons.
I really don't need to be hasty in playing the siege. I just need to be careful with the rolls. That's it. Okay, so ship is safe.
When I do the tenderizing, there's nothing left to fry.
Now it's 5 units here. Here comes Snowdrop. Okay, so how can you fit Snowdrop, Heatwave and Curse of Corruption? I think he doesn't have Heatwave. Three, 6, 7, and then the spawned thingy. Yeah, I can play one more. Who to kill here? Will he have any engines? He could have engines. Like the Bear Witchers, maybe. They could pose a threat. Okay, so he has all of the removal cards. So I don't have to worry about this anymore. Okay, so this is my prince target, most probably. My opponent has all the layer ability here. He really didn't handle his hand well. He only needs one. Oh, is he playing Will Carl? Maybe. There is a chance. Well, it's good that Snowdrop is getting bigger. Okay, I don't want to create roles for him. 4. Okay, range row is full. Here comes Totem. I think I should kill why is he doing this? So no series? What is this deck? This is really interesting.
Ameria has yet to speak its last.
Let's burn this guy. Don't hit that, please. I think it's Wildcarl. Where will you put series? Oh, Ceres is in the graveyard.
Give them no rest, no reprieve.
What happened here? Well, apparently the opponent isn't really good at playing this deck. So I don't need to do anything else. Kind of an embarrassing situation. I don't play particularly well, but well, what was this? Okay, well, I'm probably up against V. Let's see if this deck has any chance against this. Okay, I have spores. Let's get rid of this. I guess, you know, start with Siege. I don't need Pelor, right? So I'm looking at my highest unit here. Both are fine, I guess. I can't even play Siege here. John Natalis, you know, could pull out Donomir, and then I can play Ciri Dash. Let's start with this. I'm not 100% sure my opponent is playing V, but you know, stratagem kinda gives it away. Natural selection, this is a surprise. I sometimes with one of them. Sure. What I'm trying to do is to avoid a parasite or something, because you never know. Okay, here's Barghest. Let's see what will happen. Okay, no in there's Wrath, so this is V, certain, as expected. Seltgard can't kill that anymore. Let's go for a ship here. Okay, that will be my unsay.
I demand satisfaction now.
And then what? Let's play this.
Hammer now. Ask questions later.
Barbagazi. This will be too much if I do that.
Don't try anything, you little bitch of the woods.
Here is my card. Not the greatest card in the world. My opponent's down to 3 cards and haunt. Amazing. I couldn't have asked more. Just amazing. Now I can pass. Look at this. He will go down to 2 cards. This is crazy. Well, this is what happens when you play random shit. And he had to use a leader charge. What the hell is that? This looks like a victory. Will he pass or will he play? I kinda think he will keep playing. No. Okay. Which one is my worst card here? No, not that one, obviously. I kinda need that. Griffin Witcher is not bad either. Do I really need siege support to do that move? Not really. I can't play this because I only have 1 siege engine in my hand. I think Griffin Witcher.
The wonders of projectiles and ranged weapons.
So I have 2 toll removals here, Selkirk and Spores. Good. So I can... I have 1 more mulligan here. Okay. I won't have access to boiling oils, but that's okay, I guess. I can start with amphibious assault into the ship right away, or Donimir first and then ship. Yeah, that's a better line. But where? Let's put it on the melee roll, huh? No. Well, you're playing V, man, you don't have to think. Oh, let's put it here. You could be playing Heatwave, that's why I'm kinda scared. Here comes Barbagazi. Nice to see it on the range row. I could Neuromancer for a siege ladder, maybe. comes V Madness. 20 points. No. Can't kill it. I can kill up to 18.
Can't see it getting any better than this.
Oh, another natural selection. This is interesting. Definitely interesting. No, I'm gonna go for Siege then. Okay. Make it bigger so that I can spore it. I'm gonna do something different and put siege support on the melee row, and then I can play my siege ladder and move the other card there. Yeah.
Salutations.
Oops, I made a mistake. Not really. Why? What did he do to you? Okay, so what will I Neuromancer for then? That's it, that. Three, 6, 7, make it 8. Okay, so if I play Siege Ladder, it's gonna move a unit, and it's gonna need, it's gonna play for 6 only. What about this is gonna play for 7.
Scare and scatter the locks.
Let's not hit anybody. Okay. Here comes the massive V. And I can play my Selkirk.
Cowards.
Take that. Well, it kinda worked. Especially if you draw your Ciri Dash first round and you know that your opponent doesn't have any removal, although he had 2 natural selections. That was kinda easy for me. Okay, that concludes my video. Thank you for watching. I only gave you 2 samples, 2 game samples. I don't think this is a particularly strong deck, but it is kind of fun if you miss playing Siege. Yeah, I just jammed Siege into this deck. I don't think it really interacts well, but you know, there are some strong cards and you kind of get to draw all of them. And I hope you enjoyed my games and the deck, so give it a try. Maybe you'll find some success with it in the ladder. Okay, thank you for watching and hope to see you in another Duello video. Bye bye.